Okay, so Dev informed us that her dad had COVID, and that's why she was here a bit extra longer to make sure that he was okay and tested negative. And we were like, oh, of course, like, 1,000% we're gonna be here and support you for that. And then she was like, well, I have to go back home now, and we didn't know that if like he was negative or like whatever. So she was like, I probably won't be able to be back for a while. Like I'm not gonna be able to come back for it because I have to wait for him to get negative, test and make sure that I'm negative.
So like,
so she said this and said, hey, I cannot come back for a month and a half to film with y'all. And like we cried together in our arms, hugging each other, saying like, wow, I'm gonna miss you, sister. And then she calls and tells me after we found out about all of this that she's coming back Saturday to move in Sunday to another house. So it's like, it's not the whole situation that's like, oh, like, bro, I'm really not assemble. It's just the fact that no one, like, I just feel like everyone in the situation just hasn't been honest about it.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
Shady.
And also, like, the fact that, like, I'm sorry, I love Dev's sister, but, like, we're not jealous. Like, I hate that was so. You call us immature. That is like the most immature thing to say, and you're older than Dev. Like, none of us are jealous of anything. It has nothing to do with it. And if you knew anything about it, that just shows you know nothing about us or anything that's going on with the situation.
I didn't
so why did you speak on it? Why did you speak on it? Like, why are you going live and speaking on it when you know nothing about what's going on or how we work or anything? Like, you don't know the situation. All you know is what Dev's told you. And not saying like Dev lied to you or anything like that, but it's just the fact that, like, you're just throwing your opinion in there and everybody's saying, like, it's fact. And that's frustrating because we don't... that's not the case. We're not doing any of this because we're jealous. We're all hurt. It was very, like, very random. And it all took us all to a shock. You know, me and Keith were on the way back from getting my stuff. And, like, I genuinely didn't believe it for a while. And, it was... upsetting. Like, it was like, what is going on? Like, what do you mean? Like, is this a prank?
Well,
and
I get as her older sister why she tried to jump to her defense. I just feel bad because she didn't know everything. Devin did not inform her of everything. So therefore she was telling based on whatever half truths that she was told. So that's just unfortunate.
And now it like brings it back. It's like, oh wow, like if that was the case, then it's like, oh, like did someone in her family actually do have COVID? Like, is that the case? Or that's just... And the thing is, like, some of us paid for tests to make sure that $550...
I paid like $550 for her to get corona tested privately so they can come to our house, and they tested us, and they left and to the lab, get results, whatever. And I personally paid for that because she told me, she said, my dad has corona. I need to get tested because that's the best thing to do. I said, oh, of course. I called my mom. She has connections. Got the corona test people over here. I got tested. She got tested.
Which made us all think basically in the house that we had corona. So me having to go to my grandfather's funeral 2 days ago, I cannot touch any of my family members. I cannot hug my mom. I cannot hug my aunts. I cannot hug my grandmother, kiss them or anything or do anything because I was scared that I'd get them sick. And then now it's thinking back, it's like, crap, like, is that the... Exactly. So, y'all, I know you guys are probably going to say, why are you putting personal business out there? But this is the thing. We didn't know if we were sick, too. Like, we thought the whole house was and wasn't sure what to do. But then we found out that, like, we're fine. We're all good, which was a good thing. So we were like, crap, like, we're good. No one's sick. Everyone's fine. Dev, I don't know why you have to go back home because we don't want you to get sick and all this stuff. And then she's coming back, which makes me think, like, is it even the case?
True? Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
Because it's the fact that hold on. She told us... I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but she told us that she wouldn't be able to come back for a month and a half, and then plans and calls us saying she's coming back Saturday for this new opportunity.
And it also was a little like, I don't know what the circumstances if like now she's just able to move out here or whatever, but like the fact that like she never was able to like live with us and like actually move in, but as soon as she gets this opportunity, like she's moving in. Like, and she can actually live there, and that was.
And she told us she could never move in.
It didn't really make...
Okay, so yeah, and now they're talking about the contract. So basically, when Dev said that the contracts were being terminated, basically our management for the house stuff wasn't being done the way that it was supposed to be, and there was a lot of technicalities that were centered around that termination. But Dev knew personally, we all knew personally, that this is our house. This is our place in the house. We are also in the vault. Dev knew for a fact, as long as she wanted, she had a place in the vault. So you guys saying that her contract was terminated, it was not that her contract was terminated.
All of our
contracts were terminated.
We could have all done that.
All of our contracts
contracts
were terminated. So the only thing that I didn't like the fact it seemed like, oh, like we terminated her contract